2024, it was the villain era, then you had the mob wife era, you had that girl era, you had it girl era.
2025, it's time to mature, it's time to come up higher. Gone are the days of eras lasting 1 month.
An era is literally a period of years, such as the Stone Age era and Ice Age era. That is actually proper use of the word era. But here we are, following trends, forgetting who we are, changing who we are based on trends that society dictates.
And with all these trends, do we even really know who we are?
I don't even think it's healthy for an individual to have so many trends shoved down their throat, so to speak. Eventually, this can lead to a lot of mental illnesses, wishing that you had a certain look because now the mob wife trend is in. Honestly, if we take it realistically with what happened in 2020,
yes,
where we were forced to change how we were based on the times changing, we didn't necessarily lose our values. We didn't have to necessarily change our whole demeanor. It was about us just adjusting, adapting, and improving in the areas where we lacked.
When you're planted and rooted in who you are as a being, as a person, this is where you're able to spring up and give life and also draw from life. And this is where the difference between self-concept versus being comes in. If you want to know what self-concept means, we have actually made a video. You could go watch it after this. And if you would like to build a Herbalife business and actually be successful in it, you need to get with the times. You need to study the market.
We are about to give you what is predicted to be a success in 2025 for you to not only build your Herbalife business, but build it according to what people are actually desiring. It's one thing to have great content. It's another thing for people to actually watch, listen, adapt, improve their lives, and say thank you because I've learned from you. You've helped me do this.
So these are the 3 trends that are predicted to take off in 2025 with YouTube. Number 1 is being an expert. Number 2 is building in public. And number 3 is journey. And if you're on your reinvention journey, these are actions that one should take because it calls for an elevated you.
You can position yourself as being an expert and building in public. So building in public is when you yourself are learning maybe a new set of skills or building a side business or specifically building the business which you are now wanting to share with the world, right? But this is now you being authentic and genuine. Gone are the days of people just wanting to see your success or the perfect ending. People want to see realness.
Yes.
People need to understand also when you're in a position of leadership that yes, there are days where you're flourishing, there are days where you feel like you're in the gutters. Let's be real, because it's not every day that it's sunshine and rainbows, and people love that. So building in public, it also calls for you to have more of a strong gut because you understand that yes, I might be sharing this and it might feel like TMI, but who knows who I'm helping.
Yes.
In life and also in your business, you've got people who would then follow your example. This is why building in public is so crucial in these times, because we're not sure necessarily how 2025 will go. Everyone has to be prepared for what may come, being good or bad. So this way, at least you're winning. You're winning with Herbalife, you're winning with your YouTube channel, and you're winning by helping more people.
And when you have this mindset of the focus not being on you, how you look and how you want to be perceived in a certain way, and you focus it on them and helping people, that's when you're going to flourish. And people in the real sense actually don't even care about things like that. They've come to your YouTube channel to get the information that they need. So an example of being an expert would be having that life experience, using your supplements, getting the results that you desire. And you've gotten that knowledge, and now you're teaching what you're doing to your audience so that inevitably they can also do the same, and the cycle continues and we all win.
And especially the part of being an expert is differentiating you from the masses.
Yes.
So if you're someone who, for example, is on a weight gain journey, you know what you need to eat. Other people are searching how to actually gain weight in 2025, how a woman can gain weight, smoothies, etc. But because now you actually are on this journey yourself, you've become somewhat an expert. Knowing 20% more than the average person positions you in an expertise position because you now have done the work, you've learned, and now you have a platform to share this. So if you're working towards having a substantial Herbalife check, then it's common sense, right? Your actions have to align. And I don't mean this in a condescending way. It's just that a lot of the times we as human beings, it's like, okay, I'm going to get my supplements. I'm going to order them. I've received them. I'm going to have my share.
A lot of wishful thinking.
But it's like, okay, but there's then the high of starting, but then let's have the consistency. Let's have the actual actions that need to be implemented daily so that we achieve our desired goal.
So for example, you want to be healthy. You can have that belief system of you are healthy, but you actually need to take the action to be healthy. So taking the example of health, one can believe that they are healthy, but being healthy holistically requires action.
And these are the actions that we are taking on a regular basis so that you can implement them too. Number 1, having a monthly budget for your groceries and supplements.
Number 2, please come correct and acquire a gym set that you feel good in and look good in, because we don't have time for excuses. Number 3 would be applying for a gym membership. And if you're not wanting to do that, you have the option of also buying gym equipment so that you can do your workouts at home.
Number 4, create a monthly or weekly menu. Gone are the days where we come back and scratch our heads wondering, what are we eating for dinner? That sentence alone is just like, it's done. That was 2024. 2025, we know what we're eating for dinner. We know what we're eating tomorrow for lunch. The next day, we know what we're eating in the whole month, because we are also not cooking meals that are only lasting one day. Being time efficient is very, very important in 2025. It's the whole thing of, just knowing and having that gut feeling. I can feel that this year we are going to need to manage our time to the highest degree. So knowing what you're eating tonight, tomorrow night, tomorrow afternoon, and in the month, if you're going to have the same meal that lasts 3 days, for example, dinner, well done to you. That's what we do, and we're able to manage our time efficiently.
Number 5, create a daily routine. You need to factor in time when you're going to consume your supplements, time for your meals, time for your snacks, time to exercise.
Number 6, allocate time for meditation and journaling, your gratitude. This is vital. A lot of the times we have days where we have different energies going about, okay? Like we mentioned previously, a day might end up going the opposite of what you had intended. Then you need to just sit down, relax, process what happened in the day. Also, you can switch on your camera and use it as someone you're talking to just download and debrief everything that transpired in the day. Because not only is this going to help you sleep soundly, but this is going to help you put it in perspective of actually maybe the way so-and-so reacted or responded has nothing to do with who I am. And this links us to being grateful, because once you're able to have this awareness, you have a different intellect. You're starting to realize things on a higher level. And this eventually leads on to the snowball effect of you having a high self-concept, because you know who you are. Everyone else's opinion has nothing to do with you.
Irrelevant.
So practice gratitude, be grateful that you know who you are, and just continue this zen, peaceful, tranquil time as you rest for the evening.
On to building in public. So the goal is to build our YouTube community and business. So for example, put up a camera and practice speaking to the camera. This will help you build your confidence. That's number 1. Number 2, we would recommend for you to learn how to address your audience accordingly. So develop your unique style of how you're going to speak to your audience. This really does matter.
3, share in depth. Gone are the days of being shallow. People want real, right? So that means drawing from what's in you, your experience, the hurt, but coming across positively, because then again, you're not going to want to pour out your life story to your audience. But this is where reality kicks in of you being a person who is real. So sharing depth helps people who are real recognize real.
Yes.
Number 4, create a system for your content creation. If you are recording one video today and you're so excited, you edit it, you upload it, then it's time for you to record another one. But then listen here, Sally decides to invite you for drinks. Are you going to say no to Sally? Or are you going to say yes to Sally, go for drinks, and then you're worried and stressing because you have not recorded a YouTube video? So a system requires you not only to be disciplined, but it helps you plan in advance. Yes. It makes you then schedule in times to see Sally, your family, etc., to build your business. And we are being serious, but I'm keeping this in because the reality is that this is how I speak. I'm real like this. I am going to share with you how things happen in my life. All of a sudden, then everyone and their mother is asking for me, and I'm thinking, but I just want to record a YouTube video. You see, it was through trial and error. So us bringing our experience and sharing with you the importance of having a system. Basically, in simple terms, it's having a plan. You know that next month, February, you want to have 4 videos posted. Record them now.
Yes.
Have them all batch recorded, then edited. Then you know they're scheduled, and it's like, you know what? That's fine. Come middle of February, gonna do the same thing. Record them early, have them batched and edited and scheduled so that come March, you're chilling and you're just enjoying your fruits of your labor.
Yes, it's always good to be ahead of the game because such things do happen. We can have our plan, but life can happen. It doesn't mean it's a negative way. But like Gabriella gave their example, it's just now it's just now common sense, you know? So number 5 is to learn the metrics of YouTube, because this is now where you're actually going to be able to see if you're making progress or not. You're going to be able to learn and track your progress so that you can see what you need to tweak, what you need to enhance, what you need to improve, so that we do reach our goals.
And just to add there, it's not to say now you're going to stop building in public and being an expert.
No.
It just means that maybe, you know what, vlogs aren't it. No offense, but nobody cares about you cleaning your room if you're not a well-known YouTube already.
That's true.
Remember, it's about helping people. So if you're seeing that the videos where you're talking and you're basically sharing, oh, I'm going to have banana because banana helps you gain weight, and this is the example of being an expert, how is that really helping someone if they themselves aren't necessarily there to just see you make a smoothie? You know, it makes sure that the content that you're creating is in line with what you're putting out there, what's in demand. So this is why metrics are vital. Study your metrics on YouTube Studio, see what your thumbnail is, how your thumbnail is performing, etc.
Because remember, it's about them. The focus is about them.
2025 is not only your year, but it's the year that you are reinvented. Being on the Reinvention Diaries journey is something that we're super passionate about. We wouldn't be out here giving all this insight if we didn't care about you.
Also, if it didn't matter, if it wasn't significant for our lives and for yours.
Because why would I waste my time? You know, this takes time. We are committed. We've implemented systems. We actually living by example. We don't just come on here and share what we know, but we actually are practicing what we preach. But we know that accountability is key. We have each other. I'm super grateful for my sister Jemima. And maybe you're watching and you don't have anyone that is truly up to the standard of you wanting to be reinvented. You know, you got friends who are like, yeah, that's cool, that's nice, but they're not really into it as you are. You know what? I'm not saying cut them out, but what I'm saying is you have a community here, the BB community, who offer accountability on your reinvention journey. And the link is in the description. Make sure to fill out that form as honest as possible, because we're not going to just be accepting everyone. We're also practicing spiritual hygiene. This is something that we are dedicated to, and if you're not on par, then you won't get in. It's just as simple as that. It's a free group for you to not only show up daily, but to share your achievements in the day. So imagine that's great motivation to push through and achieve something daily. And even if you don't achieve something daily, at least you're working towards doing so. And that's how you reinvent yourself daily. Thank you so much, BBs, for listening. We wish you a blessed 2025. Mwah. Ciao.